Luke the Nuke Littler burst onto the professional dart scene at the age of just 16, where he narrowly missed out on winning the World Championships against world number 1 Luke Humphreys.
However, since his debut at the Worlds, he has won many competitions, including the very popular Premier League of Darts.
So, with somebody so young dominating the professional darts ranks, it begs the question, how hard is darts?
Since the meteoric rise of Littler, the game of darts has certainly had a boost in popularity. Darts players are now becoming household names, and it's because of him that I have been inspired to give the game a go.
So in this video, I want to find out how hard it is to start this wonderful game. First of all, I need to go and get some darts. Fortunately, I live close to one of the best dart shops in the whole entire world.
I headed to St Helens Darts Shop, which is run by this legend, Karl Holden. He has over 20 years experience in the game of darts, and with countless champions coming through his shop, from Littler, Michael Smith, Chizzy and Stephen Bunting, to name just a few, I think it's safe to say that what this man doesn't know about darts isn't worth knowing.
Right then, Karl, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. As a beginner, what's the crack in terms of, I come into a shop like yours, look at all this stuff. What's the first thing I need to know about darts?
Well, the first thing you've told me is what I need to hear. You've never played before. That makes my job much easier, yeah? So basically, we have lots of darts here, different weights, different sizes, shapes. The grip as well. The grip is very important. Lexus Stephen Bunting dart, hardly any grip. 2 out of 10 will love them, including myself. Absolutely brilliant dart for me. Not much grip. I can release them. They don't stick to my fingers. They might not be the ones for you. 2 in 10. And then you can get like so these are very grippy dart. They again stick to my fingers. I don't like them, but some people love them. So it's all about the grip. And then you do need to get the right flights, the right stems, the right shape, because if you do change to something like that, similar to what Phil Taylor used to use, it's a slim flight. Only probably 1 in 10, if not 1 in 20, can actually throw with a flight like that. Absolutely dreadful for most people. Phil Taylor, the greatest player ever, worked for him for some reason. So that's what we like to do in here. Doesn't matter about the price, we get you the right dart. That's our job.
So there's not like a mathematical equation which you need to go by?
No, that's correct. Just you need the right feel. You've got to be feeling. You need the right weight. A lot of people come in and say, "I want 25 gram darts." That knocks me sick. I think no, you need the right dart. 24s or 26, because each dart feels different. The balance is different. The grip's different. Every dart of the 850 sets in here, everyone is different, and everyone will feel slightly different, fly different, and then. You need the right, you need the right flights and stems to go with them, otherwise you're pointless getting the right dart in the first place.
So Karl selected a few sets of darts, from light to heavy, grippy to smooth, and we headed through to one of his many darts rooms where I could test the darts out.
Okay, so we're in Karl's den now. This is probably one of the best rooms I've ever seen. There's so much stuff in here, isn't there?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Not many shops like this about shooting, yeah.
It's like literally a treasure trove, isn't it? Of just darts history. Right, so what Karl's going to do now is basically take me through the fitting process of kind of what we said in the initial room in terms of weights, how a dart feels. Is that correct? Am I saying it?
Yeah.
I don't. This is the good thing about this video is I am a complete novice. Like, I don't know any of the terminology. So if I'm talking absolute rubbish, mate, make sure you pull me up on that, okay? Because we want these guys to learn as much as I'm learning, all right?
We've had the world's best in here and the world's worst. We've had them all, yeah.
Now, Karl from St Helens Darts Shop has kindly given me these bad boys signed by the Nuke to give away to one of you lucky people. Now, all you've got to do to be entered into this competition is like this video, subscribe to this channel, and then once you've done both of them things, head down into the comment section and let me know what your favourite darts memory of all time is. Good luck.
Everybody stands different. The main part you must remember is keep your feet steady, keep them nice and flatted preferably. So when you get to the hockey and then you balance, yeah. So if you put toe front, some people put the toe that way, but you might be wobbling this way. Phil Taylor used to put it really flat, put his hip out, and just go like that. So he couldn't go for that sideways, yeah.
Okay.
The only way you could go if it was anywhere was slightly forward, which isn't a bad thing. It's wobbling this way, or when you're throwing your dart as well, you see some people, they're going like that. But then, once you're twisting your shoulders, you hit lots of 5s and 12s.
Right.
So basically, you want to be getting your dart, and you want to be just throwing like that every dart, 1, 2, 3, like that. That's
staying as still as humanly possible, and then just using your arm.
It's hand-eye coordination, so you basically just use your arms and your eyes. That's the 2 things you need. If you can get them to work it all out, you'll be a good one, yeah.
And then the next thing is the darts, I suppose.
Yeah. Darts, we've got about 6 sets for you to try, big fat heavy ones, grippy ones, we've got Luke Littler's ones, I've got Steve Bunting ones, which slightly front weighted. Again, they're the darts, I love that type of dart. A lot of people do, but they've got to be right for you. We normally give you between 22 and 26, that's the general thing
grams.
We do. Yeah, that's average weight. So then some people might not like them, then you say try these, you might give them a 30, even a heavy 30 gram dart, and they'll throw them and they'll say, these are for me, and especially if you're not playing a lot of darts, a heavy dart is better, right? Because as soon as there's a lot more feel to them, so that's better. The only thing is when you're playing darts a lot like these top players are, it's just it needs to be effortless. You don't need a big heavy dart. The fatter the dart, the less 180s. So obviously, the lighter the dart, the better if you can use them. Yeah,
of course.
I was then keen to know how to go about gripping a dart.
Everybody holds them different, near enough difference anyway. I old man tend to be near the back, if you hold them to the front, they don't go right for me, so I hold it there and I just balance it on my finger, so I'm holding it like that, So everybody's different, but certainly throwing, when you're throwing, you shouldn't be throwing from here, because you can't see your hand, you're not watching it. Some people will come in here, they're throwing from here, so they're like that, up here, and that's what they actually do. So then, you can't, you're not even seeing your hand till there, and that's you've left. Your dart should be gone by here, so you're only seeing it for a split second.
So you're not, so not there.
So you want to watch, like you watch Luke Little, you watch Phil Taylor, like they bring it back, and it's that.
Okay.
That is the way to throw a dart. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Should we have a go?
Yeah. You went first.
You go first. You show us exactly how to throw darts. All right.
Said, just get your balance. You want to get to balance. Feel nice and relaxed, and then throw. You want to keep it going nice and straight.
Yeah.
Every dart should be like that. It should be effortless. The less effort, the better you'll go. So maybe have a try yourself of that. Just see if you can.
Okay.
Another thing I didn't mention, which is really important, is if you throw a dart like that, your next one. Some people look at their hand and try and get the dart. You've lost everything there, right?
Be in a rhythm.
Try to hold your dart something. Like I hold my darts around there and there, and so when I'm actually when I throw that dart, I'm coming down and I'm picking this dart up. Yeah. And I'm throwing that, and then I'm picking this dart up without looking at it. I know where it's right every time. So that's basically what you should be doing.
I hope you guys at home can already see how much information you can easily gain when you do go into a shop like Karl's.
It's not fantastic. I'm going to go back to that way.
Yeah.
I feel like that was how I used to do it.
That's not too bad actually. You're actually pretty good. It's nice and straight. They're not going to work exactly where you wanted them, but I only watched 9 darts and I can normally tell you're half decent. So I think a bit of practice and you'll be okay.
Let's have one more go with these ones.
Okay.
Oh, that was a
little bit higher. Again, you need to warm up as well. You've not warmed up properly yet.
Look at the size.
I wouldn't advise anyone to throw them properly in a match.
So what grams are these?
They're the heaviest you can have. The 48 plus the flight and stem, 50 grams the heaviest you can throw with. So they're massive, but
it's ridiculous.
When you throw them, you think they're heavy, but the feel to them is much better. But again, no good for 180s and all-round darts.
Yeah, I can already.
You see what I mean? They're just going dead straight. That's because of the weight, to be honest with you.
I mean, the grouping's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I mean, why were they kind of off to the side like that? Was that something I'm doing with my throw?
It's just the way you release, because everybody releases the dart different. Yeah, some go to the left, and enough everybody goes to the left, because when your dart goes through the air, because your head's in the way, as you leave go of it, it starts spinning, it turns this way. Okay. So again, the more you flick it, the more it go over itself.
So should I try and combat that by kind of?
Well, you can throw like that and keep your dart dead straight and your hand straight. But again, because as you release it naturally, sometimes they spin a little bit that way. Okay. And left-handers spin it the other way. Yeah. So left-handers, the darts tend to kick up to the one.
Right. I feel like I'm like more a middle barrel there.
Yeah.
Kind of feels.
Whatever feels good for you is where you want to be holding it. Yeah. That's going better already, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, it's a few millimetres off.
Right.
Yeah, I mean.
I see what you're saying about these. Kind of, you know, if you're not playing much, you feel like,
Yeah.
if you feel like you're having more control over them, right?
And don't forget the raised docky as well. Yeah. That's the most dangerous thing in darts, apart from a round wide
The
dart
hockey.
that we won't sell.
Oh.
Something I've spotted that happens with a lot of players, is
Okay.
what we try, especially the youth, and a lot of players we teach it, is maybe count to four. Because I remember we used to watch Phil Taylor when he throwed his last dart. A lot of people go forward, so that is a treble 20. Going forward, that is 4
Lower.
inches, 5 inches
Right.
lower. So that's exactly what you just done then. So what you want to do when you throw in, you go 1, 2, and then on your last one go 3, and then walk. Oh, Phil Taylor used to grab his finger on his after his third dart, and O'Barney when I talked to him about 1, 2. They count to 4, so with the 180 throw up for each end, so you go 1, 2, 3, and then come down for your last dart, grab a finger, but then walk, and it just your last dart will improve by 50% better than what you're doing now. It's a pretty simple, obvious solution, but again, not many people do it.
So is that just kind of like
There you go.
the last one was
Best
the last two were straighter,
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
they? Like that first one, I just think I let it go early.
It just happens again. Your first dart is your most important one because that is your guide for your next two. Yeah.
These are the Luke Littler ones he's currently using.
Yeah, his pixel ones. Yes.
Yeah. So what these are 24
They're the 20. Yeah.
24 grams. Is that kind of like the average for
Yeah.
12s? Would you say?
Yeah.
Because these actually feel. I thought like the lighter ones, like you said, might feel a bit strange, like a bit sort of like. But they actually feel quite nice. I feel like the grip is quite a nice grip.
Yeah. And once you've got the right grip and you can keep that steadiness going, and keep that dart flowing the same every time, you'll be much better.
Like look at them.
That's perfect. That,
Are you having that?
That's
I'm not being funny, right?
100, yeah.
That is unbelievable. These are what that? These
They're just called kite flights, but there's slim flights that make things much worse. Again, for 9 out of 10 people, that they might work for you. Always try them out in the shop. Try and get the right flight. 'Cause
Yeah.
the wrong flight. If you get the right dart and the wrong flight, you've wasted buying a dart. You've paid £100 for darts and you've ruined it by buying some flights that don't suit you. That's £1.
So one of the
You need
biggest.
to get that right. Yeah.
One of the biggest things I've already seen by coming into Karl's shop is the fact that I can try these out.
Yes.
So
darts, yeah.
you could probably go and get cheaper darts, but the problem is, like Karl said to me earlier on, is that when you go and get a dart from a major manufacturer or a shop or even online, you're not even touching the dart. You don't know if it's right for yourself. And I can already see by throwing I've sort of thrown 3 sets of darts so far that these ones feel the best in the hand.
Yeah, you've just, if you'd have bought them online, you spent over £200 before you found one that suits you, you know. So
Yeah.
And once you buy online, if you use them, obviously once the damage the second hand online, you can't sell them as brand new, of course. Then so you can't send them back really.
Yeah.
That's a few people try to use it and all that. But come in here, you can try out £300, £400, £500, £600 darts in total. There's, like I said, there's loads on the counter. Your Mike Smith's on. Your big sellers, we have a set there, so you can have 20 mix with them.
Yeah.
With the other darts, we tell you have to go separate numbers or try not collide them. And we always change the flight system to keep the dart brand new for the next customer if it didn't suit you. Yeah.
Perfect.
So again, try them now. See what happens with them. Yeah. So you see how they land there. They should fly okay-ish, but I've got a feeling they're going to kick over to the left.
Let's give these a go.
They're going quite good, but again, that last one just
Just dipped, didn't it?
yeah.
I'd take them. You know, if I was to take them first darts and just continue doing it, I feel like you wouldn't be too far from being a decent player, right?
I'll go and get another stem of flight that I know will ruin you.
Oh, perfect.
This is like the Phil Taylor flight, the same shape, and we had them specially made for somebody we sponsored. but they're so tiny. That is the same shape as Phil Taylor had.
Look at the difference in the size of them.
If you hold your dart in the wrong spot with that flight and stem, it's a disaster.
Right.
It's an absolute disaster. They're going like, but see how much there's kicking to the left.
Yeah.
They're going like that. So your first dart's covering treble 20. Now you can't hit it unless you're in the far left corner.
Of course.
Again, you've got certain plays like, well, obviously Phil Taylor. Look, there's your Chizzies and things. And what's many thousands of legs. And once that dart hits that treble in a certain area, it's near of always a 140 or a 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Michael's probably one of the best I've seen at that on telly.
Once it's in first, in the right spot, yeah.
Unreal.
But again, that they're just going very much to the left, you know.
Yes.
Just try another set of that, something quite a new setup from Target. Just trying them out. Again, this party, some people don't like it being fat, so they naturally feel better there. So just try all different shapes,
Yeah, of
sizes,
course.
and eventually you find the right set. Yeah, and your action's very good, honestly. I mean,
Is it?
Alex, just you're just doing that. You watch all the great plays they throw at. None of them do this. And you know, you get one or two do okay doing it, but the world's greatest are always still new.
That second one was just a snatch.
Yeah.
I felt like
And so if you're not playing much, you just get that. But again, you got to keep going until you stop that. Yeah, and just.
Oh, I was not aiming for the Rob Cross. See, I don't know about these ones.
So them darts, again, I've just watched them now. They don't suit you at all. Again, you might have bought them online, you wasted your money because you like the looks of them. But what's happening is you've got the weight at the back. Some people love it. Andy Hamilton used to have a dart like that, but loved throwing with him. Perfect for him. But with a lot of people, what's happening is if your weight's at the front, your dart stabilises and should sit up a little bit more.
Yeah.
But because most of the weight's at the back of you, so when your dart's going like, because the weight's at the back as you're throwing it, your dart is actually trying to get over that weight.
Yes.
There's only your flight stopping it, because
Yeah.
if you threw that up, it's going to land on that end every time without the flight. So maybe try something like that, like a Cullen one. You were on about holding in the middle, a little scallop in the middle. So them, if you hold them there like that, or something like this, you're going to hold in the right spot every time because there's a little groove in there that might just suit you.
Last one was a bit of a dodgy one.
Yeah.
They
Probably
feel,
took a
they
little,
feel,
do you know what? Just I watched it through the corner of my eye there, and just your last one, you just sort of
kind of,
like
yeah,
it's a little bit soft. You've got to be like just the follow through. The beginning part's the important part. Yeah. That's much better though. That's far better. Yeah. Again, your last one, you're just dipping it down.
Yeah.
You just because you've not got another dart in
Yeah.
your hand, so you just sort of already trying to get down the hockey shoe set.
Are those the Buntings? Those
They're
ones.
the Bunting ones,
Let's
yeah.
try them again.
Try
'Cause
them
obviously,
again.
I was a bit.
Not warmed up.
I wasn't warmed up.
Yeah. You need to warm up, definitely. It's like any
For
sport.
sure.
You need warm up in darts, just like any other sport. That's it. Just
I feel like Carl.
Yeah.
They're
going all right. Yeah.
I don't know about you now, but I feel like they're going in probably the nicest in terms of like the angle. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. So just throw 6 more darts now. Again, you practice to be good in a match. So this is so throw exactly like you would do at home.
So this next part of the video is really, really interesting, and it's something which you will only gain if you do actually go into a shop like Carl's. He sets me up good and proper.
So you've got 3 more darts after this. So again, just do exactly like you would do in practice, yeah? Right, can you see what you've done wrong? When you're playing a match, you can't walk down the hockey. You just walk straight into my dart there.
Yeah.
So when you see game on, again, I remember speaking to Phil years ago about that, is you've thrown your dart. If you're practicing and you're walking up, down, you're throwing probably 3 seconds quicker than you would in a match.
Of course.
So what you want to do
It
is
makes complete sense.
you've got to do it. So if you're practicing, and I see loads of people in public practicing 180, 140. Oh, I'm playing well. Game on. They've gone up down, and then game on. They've got to walk round there, stop here, wait here for 2 or 3 seconds, then go something. So what you're doing when you're walking down the hockey, when you're taking your darts out, just try and walk this way, because if you're walking this way, somebody's not stood there. So you're throwing all that time, and then when it's a game on, you've got to change all your routine.
Yeah, of course.
So that just makes sense. We've just done to I set you up a little bit there.
Do you know what that is?
It was for a good reason.
It's little things like that where, again, if you don't come into shops like this, as a beginner, you would have no idea. And I suppose it's, to some extent, Karl, the way I think about that now, you've just mentioned the word routine, and it's quite right, really, in terms of most sports. It's about routine. You look at Ronaldo when he's setting up his free kicks. It's all about how many steps he takes back. Rugby kickers like Johnny Wilkinson, we did the rugby kicking video, and it's all about that routine. He does the same thing time after time. And I suppose, like you've just mentioned there, which is absolutely bang on. If you look at any good darts player, any good sportsman out there or woman out there, that they're doing the same things over and over again. So it makes complete sense now. But again, stuff like that as a complete beginner, we would have no idea about, I suppose.
Yeah.
So this is the last test now. We're going to put the Buntings up against the Luke Littlers, because these two kind of felt the best for me. And as Karl was saying earlier on, it's all kind of about feel. And then we can kind of tinker with what feels best then and try and make them to the best they can possibly be. Because we've just stopped for a second. That first one was a bit loose.
Yeah.
Last one was nice.
For me, you should probably throw 10 to 20 throws before you start playing. At least 10 to 20 throws before you start playing and trying to play a leg of darts, yeah. Just that last one again.
Yeah. Well, you can certainly start to see a bit of a.
If you watch that video, then you threw your first one, you went through. You threw your second one, but on your last one, you went.
Yeah.
And that's it. You've just took that little, and it's only a little bit out. But it's the difference between a treble 20 and a small one.
It's better. Should we try the Littlers? Give them a quick go. They feel nice though.
But again, obviously not substantial. That'd be stupid, but.
Now, the weird thing about these is that I don't think I've thrown as consistently, but they feel better.
Feel better, yeah.
Like in my hand, I feel like it's this bit at the back here feels really nice, and I feel like it's more consistent with where I'm holding it. I feel like it's probably a bit of more of a lack of practice, which is.
Nice focus, really focus. That's it.
That was they were nicer.
Nah, you can't get much better. And your first one was a bit off, but
Yeah.
it's your next two.
The next
that
two
matters,
was tidy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
They feel like the flow of the dart was better as well. Again, I don't know if that's the right term.
Well, it is, yeah.
They feel nice, they
If you
do.
leave your darts, and remember about what I said about your first dart covering it.
Yeah, of course.
That was going in, and it's gone that. Your next one's gone like that, and it's sent your dart.
Yes.
So that flight has sent your dart into one. So go for 719s. 134 was always good. Always better than 41 like that. And it's on.
So I've covered that there.
Yeah, so definitely straight back up, or even you watch Luke Littler and Van Geren's brilliant time, especially years ago. Van Geren, when he missed treble 20, it was near enough always 134.
Yes.
It's just ridiculous how many times he did that. But again, that's lots of practice and lots of focus. There you go.
The better.
96.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, but again, before you hit 41, you hit 41, didn't you? Before this time, you got 96. That is the difference between using your brains and not using your brains.
Yeah.
Should we say?
There is something up there, you know. I promise.
Yeah. There you go, 137. That's not bad.
So as a complete beginner, it for me was really important to go into a shop like Karl's. Not just so I can get the best darts, but it kind of gives me a head start on becoming a better darts player a lot quicker. So the darts I actually settled on in the end are these darts, the Gen 1 23 gram Luke Littler darts. So for me, these darts really did feel the best when I was throwing them. That's what it was all about, and I'm really happy that I did actually go into the shop and try them out, because the ones I thought I was going to like before I went into the shop really weren't for me at all. So this is what they look like outside the box. They've got the K-Flex flights on there, and then as you can see, the dart itself has got a lot of grip on there. Now, Karl in the video, as you've just seen, doesn't like a lot of grip because his fingers stick to it. However, I found that towards the end of the fitting, these were the darts that I was throwing really consistently. So I would urge any of you guys who are really wanting to kind of get into the game, go and see somebody like Karl. Go into the shop, have a throw of a few sets of darts, and that is the best way to get into the game, in my opinion, as a beginner. Another way which youngsters can get into the game of darts is by going to academies like this one, run by Karl in St Helens. More details about this will be in the description. So now I've got my brand spanking new darts. What's the plan from here? So the plan for me is to basically try and see how difficult it is to get better at darts. And then hopefully towards the end of the year, me and Karl might have a little surprise for you guys. And it's in the form of me potentially playing one of the best darts players in the whole entire world. If you guys are new around here, with every single video that I do, I give that video a rating out of 5 of how difficult that thing is to do. So how difficult was it to go into Karl's dart shop and get fitted for these? It was really easy. Karl is an absolute legend, and if anybody from the Manchester or North West area does want to go into the shop and get fitted for you, he would be more than happy to help you on your journey, like he's done with me. So please, if you are also into darts and you want to join me on this journey, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because it's going to be one hell of a journey. And until next time, see ya!